Are you looking to buy a brand spanking new camera? It's widely known that sales days like today, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, are some of the best days to look for new gear. There is, however, some other sales days, weeks, and even months that you need to consider before you buy your new camera. Now, before you buy a camera, you always want to make sure you check every single website available, which is why I have links down in the description down below for some of the websites as well as listings on Amazon. They are affiliate links, so I do get a kickback if you use those links for some of the common cameras as well as the new cameras that have just come out that are on sale right now as a posting of this video. So whether it's Canon, Panasonic, Sony, or even Nikon, these camera manufacturers create brand new products at the beginning of the year and tend to have certain sales days throughout the year in order for them to get this stock out and get their sales numbers up. So obviously the widely known one, like I mentioned, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that whole week all the way through midway through December is where you see most of these deals come in. Anywhere from $200, $300, sometimes even $500 off from the original quoted MSRP of the actual camera. Now this is obviously a widely known sales date, just in time for the holidays, people buying equipment or gear for their loved ones or maybe for their business or for whatever it is that they're doing to create content. Now, just as a warning to keep in mind that oftentimes some of these deals that you're looking throughout this time of year can definitely be bundles that do not actually look like a deal just from initially looking at them. Oftentimes companies, especially on Amazon, will bundle deals up with a camera and some other stuff that you may not need. Oftentimes it's just useless garbage in my opinion, but they tend to bundle these things up to get a higher, obviously, order cart volume in order for them to make more money. However, if you go to authorized sellers like on B&H and Adorama, or even your local camera store, they tend to have the straight up front price of just the camera body itself, or maybe the camera plus the kit lens that usually comes with the package. Now, what a lot of people don't know is that camera manufacturers are actually the ones that set the prices for brand new cameras. The only time you ever actually see a new camera discounted is when the manufacturer sets certain rebates for these camera stores or authorized sellers to discount their cameras for certain sales days like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, or other holidays throughout the year. And obviously these rebates are applied to the camera when you're checking out, but on the back end, they actually send that information out to the manufacturer in order to receive that compensation that was discounted to you at checkout. And now, one of the best times to start looking for brand new cameras isn't actually at the end of the year. Don't get me wrong, what I just said earlier doesn't contradict what I'm about to say next. It's just the fact that the best deals are actually often in the beginning of the year. This is due to the fact that in January is CES, also known as the Consumer Electronics Show, and this is where all the big manufacturers showcase their new equipment, their new cameras. So obviously when they do this, they have to adjust the prices of their older models, quote unquote older models. They're not old, they're just previous generation models, which doesn't make these cameras obsolete. They just may not have the same features that the new camera has that you may or may not need. What this means for us content creators that are looking to get a brand new camera is that that model that you may have wanted to get the previous year is now going to possibly be heavily discounted. So as a rule of thumb, November through January is usually the best time of year to look for cameras. However, there are some months throughout the year, whether it's April through March, as well as in August, when you'll see camera manufacturers start to discount heavily their previous generation equipment in order for them to get their sales numbers up. So for example, right now, all of the Black Friday deals usually kick in towards the end of November through mid-December usually is when you'll start seeing updated prices on equipment right before the last week of the year. And then in early January, you'll actually see camera manufacturers allow their stores or authorized dealers to start discounting their cameras either as much as during the holidays or sometimes even more. So this isn't actually new. This has been done even before the internet. Camera manufacturers, car dealers, pretty much any sort of business does this to try to get rid of their old inventory in order to make room for all of the new stuff that's gonna come out and hit the shelves. Like I mentioned a second ago, this doesn't mean that the older generation of cameras, the older model doesn't mean it doesn't work for you anymore. It just means that you can get a better deal on the camera you're probably looking to get and save some money while you're at it. What blows my mind is that there are still camera manufacturers making the same exact gear, selling the same exact equipment that's been made for over 4 years now. For example, my G7, released in 2016. You can still get it brand new right now, and it's discounted as it always is every single year on B&H, Amazon, Adorama, or even your local Best Buy. And one last thing to note, due to the shortages that have occurred throughout the years, either due to inflation, so don't take this as a surprise when you start seeing prices go up or certain models coming out. It's just what's going on right now in the industry as a whole. If you're a content creator, always remember that the type of camera you use is only half the battle when it comes to creating content. Don't think that you buying a super expensive cinema camera or whatever the case is going to make your content better. At the end of the day, it's all about whatever it is you're creating and how you use that piece of equipment to create in that medium that you want to create in. This is why I created a whole video on the 4 tiers of cameras that you need to understand before you buy any camera, whether you're a mom and pop or a professional or a semi-professional or someone just looking to get a camera. Click on the video right here. You won't be disappointed. I'm hoping this helps anyone looking to buy any sort of camera for themselves or for their loved one. So thank you guys again so much for watching. I appreciate you've got to the end of this video, and as always, have a great day.